Dover Downs International Speedway, located in the heart of Dover, Delaware, is the location for stop number 8 on the Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck Series, as we're set for 60 laps of action here on this racetrack here, as we're still early on in the season. And this is the fastest of the 1 mile tracks we go to. Well, one of the fastest of the 1 miles we go to. 1 mile racetrack with turns banked at 24 degrees here. A track whose turns are like canyon walls, and not to mention the reason why it's called miles per mile. Well, it's pretty much the obvious here. It pretty much chews up cars and spits them out, if you know what I mean. Much like Bristol. Except Bristol's a half mile, and this is a 1 mile track. But anyway, starting lineup for this race here today, it's Zachary Fitzwater, number 75, with his first pole of the season. He's alongside number 80, that is Jesse Turner, a Ford versus Chevrolet front row. Second row has another Ford Chevy front row. It's Gene Sanford, number 94, and number 17, Robbie Bogues on the outside. Third row, Johnny Gardner, number 29, and number 87, Cassie Dent. Fourth row has Seth Cohen, number 25, and Jessica Shelton, number 4. Both of them have in-truck cameras in today's race. Fifth row sees number 43, Mike Becker, and number 60, that is Daniel Bouchard. Row number 6 has number 1, Henry Williams, who had a tremendous run at Charlotte, the last race we brought to you on the tour. And number 86, Ty Dent in the RC Cola Dodge. Next row has number 8, Matt Haas, and number 18, that is Stephen Colon. Number 2, Dylan Young has the inside of the next row, and number 83, that is James Sykes. He won at Daytona this season. Next row has number 28, Keith Batson. He has our third in-truck camera, the Napa United Ford. And number 48, Paul Minnick, is alongside the MB&A Chevy. Next row has number 16, Charles Sanford, and number 38, Dexter Black. Next row, Roberto Crown Jr., number 62, and number 52, Kyle Matthews in the AC Delco Chevy. Next row, Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet truck number 3. He's alongside number 7, that is Logan Williams. Next row, Joshua Osborne in number 98, and number 19, Sebastian Dent. Next row down has number 88, Zach Winkle. He's alongside number 24, Nathan Ormond. Next row is number 50, Kat Batson, and number 30, that is Rob Evans. Next row, Levi McIntyre, 99, and number 81, Scott Upton. Next row has Phil Parker, number 5, and number 21, Quentin Moore. Then it's number 6, Nathan Hudson, and alongside of him will be number 06, Mitchell Collins. Shotgun the field will be number 44, Matt McIntyre, and number 49, Josh King. Starts shotgun in the field. So that's the field of 38 trucks that will line up here for today's race here at Dover Downs International Speedway. Like I said, we've had a tremendous few races of the race season so far. Here's the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Like I said, we had we've had a great first few races of the season so far, and we're just getting started. As we're on the 8 races of the season here, 20 races will be left to go after this race is over. As the field rolls off a pit road for the pace lap, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. So the pace truck is about to come off on the pit road here. Turns 3 and 4 they come. Field being led in the hands of number 75, Zachary Fitzwater, and number 80, Jesse Turner, who won the last race on the tour at Charlotte, looking for 2 in a row. As they come off turn number 4, they look for a green flag, and they get it. We're racing at Dover. 38 trucks thunder into turn number 1 they go, and Zachary Fitzwater pulls out in front of the leaders here. Turns 2 and 4 are usually the trouble spots here on this racetrack. If you know all the races I do at Dover, it's usually the same different race, same old crap here as they come off turn number 4, and no troubles at all here as they come off the 4th turn and they go in and Fitzwater leads the first lap here in the turn number 1. Gene Sanford in second position. Third right now is Johnny Gardner as they come off turn number 2. And all 3 manufacturers that are represented in this series here are running in the top 3 here. Chevrolet in first, Ford in second, and a Dodge in third. In fact, you got Dodge's 3, 4, and 5 right now. We'll actually make that 2, 4, and 5 now. Johnny Gardner goes to second position as he gets by Gene Sanford. There are 2 Dodges. Seth Cole and 25 and 43, Mike Becker. as they come off turn number 4. You're on board with Seth Cole. Running right there behind Gene Sandler in second place right now. And actually make that 4th position right now. Sanford's in 3rd spot right now. The Dodgers have looked plenty strong here this season as they come through turns as they go into turn number 1 here. And Seth's going to make a 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. There's the 3 wide look, and we actually got 3 wide back in the pack as well, too. That's Jesse Turner in the 80 truck getting in there with Paul Minnick and Cassie Dent. And you also got 3 wide back there. That's Gardner hung up on the high side along with Matt Haas and Dylan Young. So now they're starting to get a little bit racy here at Dover as they come off turn number 2. And now Mike Becker tries to look inside of Gene Sandler for 3rd place now. And Dylan Young now makes it 3 wide. Whoa, he and Henry Williams lean on each other here. Henry almost got down on Dylan Young here as they come through turns 1 and 2. And now Gene Sanders now stuck up on the high side right now as they come through turns number 1 and 2. And now Batson now moves through the low side. So does Ty Dent. So does Paul Minnick. And give a call to the 62, Roberto Crown Jr. in the 62 Napa Auto Parts Dodge. He has now worked his way up, trying to work his way up to the field. Now he gets kicked up to the high side by Cole Deaver in the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevy. Pretty much has a contract with that ride, obviously, pretty much until there's no way to do NR 2003 anymore, obviously. Yellow flag is out for the first time here today at Dover on lap number 9 as they complete the 8th lap of this race. Working the 9th lap, and it's Mitchell Collins in number 06. That may be the cause of the yellow flag. Well, see Quentin Moore, he may be involved as well too as the rest of the field gets woed up. Take a look as to what happened to cause the first caution flag of the day here. This happened in, I think, in turn number 1. Yes, it was. Well, we said turn 4 is usually a trouble spot here at Dover, and here's the cause of the caution flag. 3 wide there between Moore, Collins, and McIntyre. All 3 of them Fords in that bunch right there. Even though Quentin's car looks like a Dodge, but it's actually a Ford actually here. Quentin moves up and just deliberately turns the 06 around for some inexplicable reason, and Collins didn't like this, so he just comes back and nails the 021 of Quentin Moore and sends Quentin up into the turn number 1 wall. So I'm sure Mitchell's gonna have a little bit of a conversation with Quentin in the garage after this race over what happened. Sometimes at Dover you get a situation like that happening too. We've seen it so many times that no matter what series we do in the Internet CRA as well too. But no harm, no foul for Quentin Moore here as we are about to get set to restart here on it'll be on lap number 13 when this race restarts here, as we'll have 12 in the books and 48 to go when this race restarts. So we have a lot of racing left to go here at Dover. Zachary Fitzwater has led all the way so far. Mike Becker's in 2nd position. 3rd right now is Seth Cole. 4th is Dylan Young. And 5th is now Matt Haas in the 8 truck. 6th is Keith Batson. 7th is Johnny Gardner. 8th is Henry Williams. 9th is Gene Sanford. And 10th position right now is Ty Dent. 11th is Paul Minnick. 12th position is Charles Sanford. 13th is Robbie Bogues. 14th, Cole Deaver. Joshua Osborne. 15th, 16th position is Roberto Crown Jr. 17th is Zach Winkle. 18th is Jessica Shelton, 19th is Jesse Turner, and 20th is Dexter Black. That's how they run right now. A lot of position shuffling has gone on here in the first few laps of this race at Dover, and we're far from done yet. Like I said, we're only just beginning here. Green flag flags are back underway here on lap number 13. Chevrolet in 1st, Dodge's 2nd and 3rd right now. Then you got Ford in 4th and a Chevy in 5th. And here comes Mike Becker for the lead here at Dover as they come off turn number 4. Fitzy had the run on the outside of the racetrack here and leads that lap here. Becker's not giving up, and at number 43 machine And he'll take the lead off turn number 2. Seth Cole on the outside, as well as Dylan Young and Johnny Gardner. But leading the inside lane is Matt Haas, Keith Batson, Henry Williams, and Gene Sanford. And also the 86 truck of Ty Dent. Boy, some tremendous shuffling happening here at Dover Downs International Speedway. And oh, 3 wide off turn number 4 here. Williams almost, I thought Williams was going to just move up and tap Batson and turn him around. But thankfully that didn't happen, though, as we have still clean and green for the time being here. But Williams is still on that back bumper, that number 28 Napa United Ford. And he ducks to the inside now as they go into turn number 1, and Batson slams the door in Williams' face for the time being. And it's also letting Cole Deaver and the 3 truck and the 17 of Robbie Bogues on the low side here, and it's letting them back in the race here. And then Deaver also catching a sniff of the draft behind Charles Sanford in the 16 truck, but Deaver now falls in behind Fitzwater. Mike Becker continues to remain in the top spot here in the number 43 Cummins Diesel Dodge. There's the copter cam here. Gene Sanford now taking 4th position away from Ty Dent, who now also loses a spot maybe to Charles Sanford. Dent beat Sanford that lap here. That's for 5th position. But now Batson looks to the low side of number 43. That's Becker for the top spot here. He comes to the low side now. Becker, and whoa, I think he just moved them up. Yes, he did. He moved them up the track. Dodge on the high side, Ford on the low side here as they come down the front stretch here. And another Ford. Gene Sanford's now trying to pull it behind Batson, and Batson says, out of the way, Becker, and he's going to go to the top spot. So Keith Batson goes to the lead now, and now it's Ford's in the top 2 spots right now. For a long time it was Dodge's dominating this top 5 position in the first part of this race. But now the Fords are, and you got 2 Fords and 2 Chevys seemingly taking over. Make that 3 Chevys now as Cole Deaver makes his way into the mix now. Dylan Young in the 2. That's another Ford back there. And Deaver, whoa, he makes it 3 wide now. Becker's stuck up on the high side now, and Henry Williams now goes to the low side, as does Dylan Young. Boy, just some great racing here at Dover. And Dover usually does not have many good races in this series, but in this series that we do, but some good racing so far here out of these trucks here. These trucks have not disappointed anybody yet this season. And of course we have a lot of 1-milers and short tracks, a lot of 1-milers and a short track on the schedule, and actually also a road course in the next few races here. We'll be heading to Riverside next. That's the second road race of the season. Then after Riverside, it's another 1-mile track at Milwaukee for the Milwaukee Mile. And then we on to the short track at Colorado National Speedway, the little 3/8 mile short track. And then after that would be the road course at Heartland Park, Topeka, and then a dirt track even on the schedule at Springfield. So you stay tuned for that. And here comes number 3. That's Cole Deaver to the low side. Here comes number 94. That's Gene Sanford on the high side here. Deaver takes 2nd place now. And Dylan Young is in the 4th position. And here comes number 17, Robbie Bogues. He's flying his way through the field now in a number 17 Western Auto Chevy. And right there behind number 88, Zach Winkle. And then you got a gaggle of trucks back there. Matt Haas, Charles Sanford, Johnny Gardner, Henry Williams, and pole sitter Zachary Fitzwater. Off to number 4 they come, and you're right in the middle of this gaggle of trucks as you go on board with Jessica Shelton. And she says, out of the way, Beckers. They come off turn number 2 here, now 3 wide there. You look at the rear view mirror right there. Low side, that's Dexter Black in the Channel Lock Ford. But Shelton putting her foot down on the floor right there under the floorboard as they come off turn number 4 here, trying to stay ahead of that 38 truck. But she stays on the high side there. In fact, there's a couple of other trucks on the low side there. 6th truck of Nathan Hudson and the 98 of Joshua Osborne. Also on the low side as well, too, as we go back to race view. And the yellow flag flies for the 2nd time here today as, whoa! Black just about got into Shelton's truck and almost turned her around for no reason. Trying to get his truck low down and he got loose. Like I said, I thought he was in the Shelton for sure right there and was going to turn her head over heels, but still. Caution looks like involving Kyle Matthews in the 52 truck, the AC Delco Chevy. Involved Matthews in a whole lot more trucks as well, too. As we take a look at a replay. And Seth Cole got turned by James Sykes in the 83 truck. Take a look as to what happened. Come off to number 4. 3 wide between Seth Cole. He was right in the middle between him, James Sykes, and Daniel Bouchard. Bouchard does not get involved in this, I don't think. We'll see what happens here. Sykes just deliberately just drives right into the 25 of Seth Cole, just like we saw Quentin Moore do to Mitchell Collins. Right in the wall goes Seth. Bouchard does go by, but here comes Sebastian Dent. Turns James Sykes over. Jesse Turner, the winner, Charlotte involved, and Sykes also in the catch fence. Oh my gosh. A bad, bad crash by James Sykes right over on top of Sebastian Dent's truck. And to add insult to injury for Seth Cole right into Seth's truck, James Sykes, I think, is going to land on all 4 wheels, I think, but the damage has already been done to the 83 truck. Jesse Turner and Kyle Matthews also involved in the crash. I don't think there's much damage to the number 52 AC Delco Chevy, but there's, you see some damage to the 80 truck of Jesse Turner, but oh my gosh, that is a bad, bad crash for James Sykes. On board with Seth Cole. Brother. And a shame for Seth Cole. That truck was running very, very strong here. Looked like he might have had a pretty good shot at this race. If he got slid back to the back, he was running 20th when this all happened. But thankfully, it's a video game. If you saw what happened to James Sykes' truck there, him going through the catch fence and all, I mean, that thank goodness this is just a video game, obviously, and not real time. Because if this had been real time, we'd have had a whole lot. We just saw another almost like Daytona in 2000 with Jeff Bodine, when you remember that crash happening in one of the more grotesque truck crashes we've ever seen in history of the truck series. But Sykes thankfully comes out of this came out of that crash. Okay, restart happens on lap number 33. Cole Beaver's your leader. 2nd is Gene Sanford. 3rd is position right now is Keith Batson. 4th is Robbie Bogues. And Dylan Young runs in 5th position. Here comes Batson to the low side of Gene Sanford for 2nd place. Attrition list so far here, is James Sykes, obviously, and because of that crash here. Jesse Turner is out, so is Seth Cole, and so is the 19 of Sebastian Dent. So 4 trucks out of the race here. 34 trucks remain, and all 34 of them on the lead lap. Average speed so far, 107.494. The fastest lap race so far set by Henry Williams in the number 1 truck at 167.286. So 34 laps to the books, 35 now as they come to start finish line. It'll be 25 left to go at Dover. And here comes Robbie Bogues here trying to make it 2 Chevys in the top 2 spots here as they come off turn number 2 here. And now he looks to the low side of Deaver for the number 1 spot here, and Bogues says, I want to go for the lead. Deaver says, nuh-uh. And here they come off to number 4. Bogues keeping it close right there to the number 17, the red, white, and black truck. But here comes Jean Samper back to the low side as she puts the pedal to the metal into number 3, but doesn't quite get the Bogues into turn number 3. As she regroups as she regroups now, lines back up off turn number 4, and close corners racing right there between Batson, Haas, and Fitzwater, and move Fitzwater up to the top 5 spot now. And now Charles Samper decides it's go time, and he moves low. He leads the 18 of Stephen Colon and the 838 of Dexter Black, and also the 4 of Jessica Shelton right there behind. Samper taking position at 6th position. He just took from Matt Haas. And now low side goes Bogues for the lead on Deaver, and he come out to number 4. And Robbie Bogues goes to the top spot, and Johnny Gardner's back in the mix down in the 29 truck as he goes to 3rd spot in the Team Mopar colors. Fitzwater back up there. He's up to Fitz. Samper in 6th position. Here comes Stephen Colon. That's for 6th place on Samper through turns 3 and 4. Batson's back up there, and now Zach Winkle goes low on Shelton, trying to take position away. He does so. And moves the 8 truck out of the way here and says, out of the way there, Haas. I want to go to the top spot. But Bouchard says different. He goes low, tries to make a 3 wide, and oh, don't do it, Williams. Oh, gosh. I thought Henry Williams was going to go down low and make it 4 wide through turn 4, and you don't do that at Dover. 3 wide at Dover's tricky enough, but 4 wide, that would have been a certain wreck. But thankfully that didn't happen, and now Williams goes low, and now this time he makes it 2 wide through there. And now Shelton cuts right in front of Cassie Dent in the 87 truck as they come through turns 1 and 2 now. Williams gets by, though, for position, and that puts him up to, let's see, he was 12, so that puts him up to 11th, obviously, right now. Shelton now takes 12th, and Dent now trying for 13th as they come off turn number 4. Boy, just some tremendous racing here at Dover Downs International Speedway. And we're heading down to the home stretch now. This will be the completion of lap number 44, 16 to go here at Dover. And Jean Samper all over the back bumper to 17 of Robbie Bogues. Chevy in 1st, Ford in 2nd, Chevy in 3rd, Ford in 4th, and a Ford in 5th. And now Cole Deaver goes to the low side now, tries to look for position here as they go through turns 3 and 4. Jean tries to make the low side work for her as she takes a peek to the inside of Bogues, and she decides she wants to go for the lead now, and she will do so. And she takes the lead, but with Cole Deaver right there behind, but Deaver says, out of the way, Jean. Down on the low side, he says go. Samper says no. Coming to the start finish line, it'll be coming down for 46 in the books and 14 to go. And Bogues this time moves Deaver up the track here. Deaver almost comes back down on Robbie Bogues as they come out on the backstretch. Drag race between the 3 and the 17 trucks, and the advantage goes to Bogues going into turn number 3. Boy, don't tune your sets, folks. Don't tune your sets there, folks. There, because we are in for a heck of a finish here at Dover Downs International Speedway, and outbound for the lead again. Bogues to the low side of Samper, and he's got it. And he brings Keith Batson with him. Chevy in 1st, and a Ford now in 2nd and 3rd position now. Here comes Dexter Black. One of the surprises. Can he pull off an upset? Dexter Black, who's in one of his first series in his career. Driving a number 38 truck there, one of the trucks out of the Ty Dent Motorsports stable. He's giving that truck quite a ride. He's at the 4th place now. He could be a candidate for a big upset here at Dover's, and we had 3 wide back there. Dylan Young says it's go time as he goes low, gets past Ty Dent in the 86 truck. Now moves low in the 48 of Paul Minnick, and Minnick cuts in front of Dylan Young. Dylan didn't like that move, obviously. And oh, Oh boy, we got 3 wide there through turns 1 and 2 here, and Robbie Bogues. Oh, Black goes up the high side here. Here comes Young, I should say Deaver and Gardner. And that puts Keith Batson on the lead. Gene Sammer back to second position now. 9 laps to go at Dover. Wait, do not pencil in your winner yet, because this is some plenty crazy stuff here. Here in the CRA Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck Series. we had a great finish at Charlotte, the last race on the tour. And we may be in for probably a better one here at Dover. Daniel Bouchard goes low. He says it's go time. Through turns 3 and 4, Bouchard in the 60 truck. Let's see where he's clocked at this time by. He's right there behind Johnny Gardner in the 60 in the 29 truck. Bouchard up to 8th. Up ahead is Gardner in 7th. Cassie Dent running in 9th position. Joshua Osborne, we haven't talked about him at all today. He runs in 10th position now in the Ray Bessis Ford. And here comes Charles Sanford, number 16 to the low side. And brings Dexter Black with him in the 38 truck. So you got the Sanford siblings, 2nd and 4th position right now. And here comes number 75, Fitzwater to the left side, the pole sitter. He's up here, Fitzwater to 2nd. Fitzwater, who started from the pole, led the opening few laps of this race. Has not seen the lead since, though, but he smells it right now. And you know that 75 truck is going for it. But so is Batson. Batson driving as hard as he can, that number 28 truck. Trying to hold off the snarling pack of trucks, and especially those 2 Chevys behind him. Fitzwater looks slow on Batson. Nothing doing here. 3 laps to go. Fitzwater for the lead to the low side of Batson. Nope. Oh my gosh. I think Fitzy's setting him up, though. I think through that 3rd and 4th turns here, he peaks low once again. He says go. Batson says no. Two laps to go in this race here. Here comes Fitzy to the low side. Batson chops him off again. And here comes Fitzwater into turn number 3, but Sanford says no. He goes to the low side, gets by Fitzwater. Now does Charles Sanford have anything for Keith Batson? White flag is out. 1 lap to go. And those 2 battling side by side, that may have just sealed the deal for Keith Batson, possibly. But Charles Sanford's gonna give him 1 more shot into turn number 3 now. Tries to close up on Batson through turns 3 and 4, but he's gonna fall short off turn number 4. Checkered flag. Keith Batson wins at Dover. What a tremendous finish that was. Keith Batson, the number 28 Napa United Ford, goes to victory lane here today at Dover Downs International Speedway, holding off a snarling pack of trucks, especially about 3 very tough Chevrolets back there. Charles Sanford comes from 2nd position. 3rd will go to Zachary Fitzwater. 38 truck of Dexter Black comes home in 4th. A best day I think he's ever had in this series, to be honest. Gene Sammer will finish in 5th position. 6th will go to Johnny Gardner. 8th will go, 7th place, I should say, goes to Cassie Dent. 8th to Zach Winkle. 9th to Daniel Bouchard, and 10th to Dylan Young. Average speed 126.281. As 8 races are in the books for the season here, we'll give you the rest of the finishing order. Joshua Osborne comes home in 11th position. 12th will go to Paul Minnick. 13th to Nathan Ormond. 14th to Stephen Colon. 15th to Robbie Bogues, who was right up there for most of this race, though, and then he got shuffled back late in the going. 16th will go to Nathan Hudson. Scott Upton 17th. Matt Haas 18th. Cole Deaver 19th. 20th will go to Ty Dent. Henry Williams 21st. 22nd will go to Mike Becker, who led for much of the middle stages of the race here. Phil Parker 23rd. Rob Evans 24th. Levi McIntyre 25th. 26th will go to Jessica Shelton. 27th to Matt McIntyre. Logan Williams 28th. Kyle Matthews recovered from a spin to finish 29th. Not much of a recovery, however, though, but I'm sure he's going to hoping for better results at Riverside. Roberto Crown Jr. 30th. 31st will go to Josh King. Cat Batson 31st. Quentin Moore's 33rd. Josh King was 31st. Cat Batson 32nd. Quentin Moore 33rd. And Mitchell Collins was 34th. Trucks out of the race again were James Sykes, Jesse Turner, Seth Cole, and Sebastian Dance. So that will do it here today at Dover Downs International Speedway. Congratulations again to Keith Batson, the winner of the race here today at Dover. And for now, this is Revolution 1985, saying this has been a production of the NSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We will see you at Riverside.